In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my top 5 books for money. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name's Artie. For those that are new here, I make videos on health, wealth, and happiness. And in today's video, I'm going to cover the top 5 books that I've read that I think are literally the greatest books on money and money management and time management that you will ever read. So if you're not aware, I've read a ton of books. Literally, like as an Uber and Lyft driver and Bolt driver now in Poland, all I do is consume audiobooks. I love them. I love to improve myself. I learn a lot from them, and I share the lessons that I learn in a nice, easy format for you guys to consume. Number 5 on my list is Millionaire Success Habits by Dean Graziosi. Now, I know this guy's a little bit of a touchy subject for a lot of people because he sells a lot of courses, but his book is actually genuinely good information. It's not just him trying to sell you some course of his. It's actually telling you specific habits, specific pillars that all the greats in finance, in money, in the world, just people that can make money and are very successful at it, they all have specific habits, whether it's waking up early or exercising every day or transcendental meditation. Like, there's specific habits that you need to form, and not just things you do. It's things that you do every single day to form a habit, so that every time you walk through a doorway, you have a trigger that says, today I will be great. And they're self-motivating habits. They're analytical habits. They're habits that are going to take you step by step to the process of greatness. So without giving too much away from the book, please just read it. It's all on my book list on my website. Number 4 on my list is by the author Tony Robbins. He is a self-help guru. He is the expert in the field. He's helped millions and millions and millions of people transform their lives. This guy, I look up to him so much, it's not even funny. The things that he's done with his upbringing and the amount of success that he's had in his life while being so genuine and caring and giving back. I mean, he is the ultimate philanthropist. He is the ultimate entrepreneur, and I idolize this man in a way that is astounding because there's so few people on this earth that are so well-rounded and at the same time so grounded. In his book, Unshakable, which is basically a brief synopsis of his even longer book, it's like 5 times longer, Money Master the Game. This book, Unshakable, basically breaks down everything you need to know, the primary things you need to know from the other book, in a more concise, easier to consume format. He talks about mastering money, how to invest, how to do things properly, how to set aside living expenses, savings, all the things that I covered in my previous video. He goes into in-depth detail in this book. And literally, after reading this book, my whole concept of earning money, making money, saving money, and living off of the money that I accumulated over my life completely transformed by reading this book. Number 3 on my list is by the author Timothy Feriss. He wrote the book, The 4-Hour Workweek. And this was my first taste of self-help, self-improvement. Somebody recommended this book to me, and I'm so pissed that I didn't read it when it came out, because I read it like 4 years after it came out. And the amount of knowledge and information this guy did. I mean, the reason why drop shipping is so huge on the internet is because of this book, The 4-Hour Workweek. He basically hacks life situations in a way where, how can I accomplish the same thing by doing 20% of the work? Like, what is not actually necessary to do this project? What can I outsource? And he also goes through, if you have, say, a corporate job, working in the office, 90% of your work is done on a computer. You know, he starts to help you ease the process into working remotely from home so that you can spend more time with family. He basically tells you to ask your boss, like, hey, I need to work 1 day this week from home. And on that 1 day, do 8 times as much work. And then approach your boss again and say, hey, look, I got this much more work done at home because I don't have the distractions of work and all the other people bothering me. I think I'm much more productive. Maybe we can move to a schedule of 2 times per week, and slowly over the course of time, build a remote work situation with your current work situation. The amount of information that's in this book on how to ease your life, work less, but accomplish more in less time. Instead of dilly-dallying for 8 hours a day at work, like actually focusing, like how can I do all of my 8 hours of work in 1 hour? And then slowly whittling it down and then outsourcing projects to people that are more skilled, that it's less expensive and it's more valuable to hold on to your time and pay somebody else to do it, like a digital employee from India. Seriously, I could talk about this book for days. It is the most amazing book, but I don't want to spoil the whole thing. Go read it. Also on my book list. Number 2 on my list is Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. Now, this whole book, like, you've heard of The Secret, right? It's the same concept. Mastering the mind, the mentality of there is an abundance of everything for everyone, instead of the lack mentality where everything's lacking, I need to get mine because somebody else will instead. This book teaches you how to master your mind, how to get into a process of thought that allows you to think in abundance, that there is so much in the universe, there's so much on earth, there's so much in your country, there's so much in your state that can be yours and everyone else's as well, because not everybody wants the same thing. So seriously, if you want to change your mentality about money, change your mentality about your future, and actually consciously flip the switch to there's abundance for everyone, instead of hold on to what you have because somebody's going to take it, this book, seriously, I can't say enough good things about it. It's very long. It was written a long time ago. The concepts still work for today. They always do updated versions to actually work with today's day and age, instead of back then when farming was a big thing. Now it's digital marketing. So there's new versions all the time. I read this book constantly. I go back to it, different chapters. There's always something new that I can learn, something better that I could put in my head than the current thoughts I have on my reality. And you guessed it, my number 1 book is Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. Now, I found this guy on YouTube. I was looking into how to get out of debt because I had a lot of credit card debt. I had payments on my mortgage. I had payments on my car. I felt like I was spread way too thin and my income was gone the moment that I got it. And so I was thinking, like, how can I pay down my debt? How can I keep most of my money instead of giving it away to all these other people? And I stumbled across this guy's YouTube channel. And what he does on his YouTube channel is he takes callers, just like a radio talk show, and he helps people through their financial struggles. He asks them exactly what their income is, exactly what their payments are. And on the spot, he literally helps them figure out a plan to get out of debt, and he gives them a time frame, and he's like, get back to me and let me know how it's going in 3 months. And so I realized this guy had written a book. So all the information that's on his YouTube channels is condensed into one massive plethora of information on how to master money in your life, how to get out of debt, how to be financially independent, how to be financially secure. So this book is the end all be all. If you're struggling financially, or if you want to be wealthy when you retire, this guy will help you get out of every situation. He's got a situation for everybody. And so anybody that reads this book, they can relate to some part of it and it will help you. Like, this is the most useful tactical book that I could absolutely offer you guys. So please, all of these books are on my book list on my website. I've also linked them down below. The easiest way to consume books is on audio when you're driving, because not many people have time to sit down, open up a book and read it. Plus, if you sign up for Audible with the link below, you get 3 free books, 1 of your choice and 2 Audible originals. So consider reading, consider consuming more information, because other people that are much older than you have this wealth of information that they're freely giving at a small cost of the price of a book. So you can consume 50 years of somebody's life within 10 hours of reading. So I encourage you to get reading, get to work. These money books are literally, in my opinion, the best. And I've read a lot of money books, but these ones, they're a good start. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got some value out of it. Please hit the thumbs up button. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe for more videos like this, and I will see you in the next one.